After 2 harrowing years in darkness and captivity, 20 courageous hostages are returning to the glorious embrace of their families, and it is glorious. 28 more precious loved ones are coming home at last to rest in this sacred soil for all of time.
After more than 700 days, all 20 living Israeli hostages held by Hamas are now back in Israel, safe with their families. The first phase of President Trump's peace plan is underway. Cheers filling the so-called hostage square amid news the hostages had crossed out of Gaza. Meanwhile, the world awaits to see if this fragile ceasefire will hold. NBC's Alice Barr has details from Washington.
This morning, the first images of Israeli hostages held for 2 years in darkness and deprivation in Gaza, finally back in the light, transferred by the Red Cross to be reunited with their waiting families. In Tel Aviv's Hostage Square, Israelis cheering the moment they have prayed and protested for and chanting "Thank you, Trump," as President Trump addressed the Knesset, Israel's legislature, celebrating the peace deal he brokered.
Generations from now, this will be remembered as the moment that everything began to change.
He earlier declared the war is over, in contrast to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warning the military campaign is not over. Israel and Hamas have so far agreed to phase 1, the exchange of hostages for Palestinian prisoners while the fighting pauses. Israeli forces pull back to new lines within Gaza and desperately needed aid flows in. But thornier questions remain about Hamas disarming and leaving power and how to govern and rebuild Gaza as Palestinians flood back to whatever remains of their homes. For now, though, an emotional release and rejoicing. This hostage family seeing their loved one first by phone as President Trump met with some hostage families before a peace ceremony in Egypt, marking a major diplomatic achievement and long-sought relief after 2 years of devastating war. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And some 200 heads of state are set to join today's peace summit in Egypt, including Arab leaders critical to the negotiations and to helping rebuild.